Hi everyone, and thank you so much for joining another Ready to Ride Pilates for Horse Rider session, where today we are going to be working on some exercises to help keep your whole body moving and supple, and that way you can move much more easily with your horse. So let's get you started, and just check that your feet are equal underneath you, that your knees are soft, your headlights are to the front, and your head is light. And we're going to start by turning your head from side to side, watching that you keep your eyes really level as you turn. If you feel a little bit stiff, it doesn't matter, particularly if it's one way. Just make sure that you gradually and gently see if you can go a wee bit further. Okay, face the front. We're going to do your bow and arrow next, so you need to have one foot in front of the other, headlights forwards, equal weight in your feet, and your hands up in front. Then take one hand to your shoulder, turn and follow through, and then face the front. And the same the other way, so hand to your shoulder, turn and follow through. And all the time, as much as you can, keep that equal weight through your headlights and through your feet. So it's just your upper body that's moving. One more this way. And then we're going to swap and do the same thing the other way. So other foot in front, hands up again, headlights forwards, feet to the front, and equal weight through your feet all the way through, making sure you turn right through with your head so you maximise that movement through your spine. We'll do one more. And then bring your arms back down by your side. Okay, we're going to loosen off through your hips a little bit. So hands onto your headlights and bring one leg up, out and down. And the same with the other side, up, out and down. Try to keep your upper body as still as you can so that you're just moving really from your hips only. Your pelvis will have to shift a little bit too. And try to keep your shoulders still because they will want to tip a little bit. They have to, but try not to let that movement get too big. Do one more with each leg. Okay, then we're going to go to the end of your mat to do your roll down. So feet together, knees nice and soft, hands on the front of your thighs, tuck your chin into your chest and slide your hands down, curling up as tightly as you can through the whole of your spine. Have a nice breath in at the bottom. Breathe out, slide your hands back up, tuck down with your pelvis and uncurl to the very top of your neck. Then again, chin into your chest. This time, try to feel that you're moving every single vertebrae through your neck, between your shoulders, down through your low back, and your pelvis moving last of all. Another breath in, and as you breathe out, bend your knees and you're going down onto your mat. You're starting off on your front to do your Cobra. So, arms out to the side, elbows bent to 90 degrees. Rest the tip of your nose onto your mat, and you're scooping your nose forwards and up, so that you look straight ahead, doing your best Cobra impression. Elbows on the floor and straight down and scoop back in. So it's forwards and scoop up, straight down, scoop in. If you want to go a little bit further, slightly straighten your arms, and this time come up onto your hands and then straight down, scoop back in. Try to feel that your ribs are peeling up off the mat and coming down onto the mat one rib at a time. So you're doing the reverse of what you just did in your roll down. Do one more of these. And right up, peeling up and laying yourself back down. We're going to turn onto your side now. If you have a headrest, have your head to the front of your headrest, knees bent, arms out in front, and we're going to do your open arms. So you're taking your top arm up to the ceiling and out behind. Look at your hand the whole way through. Bring your hand back up and over, back down in front. Try to keep your feet and knees together and your knees glued into the floor the whole way through that movement. If you feel a little bit stiff, don't worry. What you should find is that gradually with each repetition that your body starts to go a little bit further, and you will find you're stiffer naturally one way compared to the other. We'll do one more this way. Okay, we're going to turn onto your back now, and I'd like you to slide your headrest out of the way if you were using one, because we're going to do your shoulder bridge. So if you can again be feet and knees hip width apart, arms onto the floor beside you, pelvic floor onto floor 3. You're going to roll your pelvis back so you imprint your low back into the mat and peel up each vertebrae in turn until you get to the very top. Nice breath in at the top, and as you come back down, every vertebrae in turn through your imprint and to neutral. So same again, pelvic floor, roll back and imprint, peel up each vertebrae in turn right up to the top. Relaxed breath in, make sure you're a straight line from shoulders, hips to knees, and then coming back down each vertebrae in turn through your imprint to neutral. The next one that you do, I'd like you to stay up at the top and then see if you can do some of your hip dips. So you're dipping one side of your pelvis and up, and then the other side of your pelvis and up. Trying to keep your knees hip width apart as you do so. So watch that your knees don't move, but it's just your pelvis. Watch that you keep your breathing regular, and also keep your pelvic floor onto floor 3. So keep all the basics there, breathing, pelvic floor, knee position or leg position, and it's just your pelvis that is on the move. Okay, last one, and then come back down each vertebrae in turn through your imprint to neutral. For your last few, bring your hands up above your shoulders, and this time as you go into your bridge, imprint, take your hands over your head so you open out through your shoulders as well. Make sure you can breathe at the top, and then as you come back down through your bridge, bring your hands back up above your shoulders. Make sure you still start and finish your bridge with that nice imprint, and try to watch that your hands stay shoulder width apart all the way through. We'll do 2 more just like this. Make sure you breathe at the top. Imprint to start and finish. Last one. Super job. Bring your hands back down. We're going to spin round onto the side that you haven't already been on. Once again, with your headrest, head to the front of the headrest, knees bent, arms out in front, and we're going to do your open arms once again. So take your top hand up, out behind, look at your hand all the way through. I cheated on that one, didn't keep my knees quite glued together fully. I thought it was a bit unusual. I touched the grass, don't normally get that far back. So look at your hand, keep those knees and feet glued together all the way through. You're really wanting to make sure you maximise that rotational movement through your spine and out through your shoulder. Again, we'll do one more this way. Okay, we're going to come up into sitting now, and we're going to do the saw exercise, which I know some people love, some people absolutely hate this exercise because it is a bit of a tricky one to do. Have your legs apart as far as feels comfortable. You'll notice that my legs don't go particularly far apart, so it doesn't have to be very far at all. Bring your arms up so they're approximately the same distance apart as your legs. Have equal weight down through your seat bones before you start. Then moving from the centre of your chest, turn your arms to the side, through to the front, and then back to the other side. Watch as you pass through the middle that your arms are still the same distance apart as your legs, so you're trying to watch that you don't cheat and swing by moving just your arms. And all the way, focus on that weight through your seat bones. So you really want to make sure you've got that nice equal weight through your seat bones the whole way through. Then if you want to make it a little bit harder, see if you can reach for your opposite foot at the end of the movement, but still keeping your seat bone pressure equal. So it's really easy. I can reach pretty much to touch my toes, but I can do that only if I lift my opposite seat bone off the floor. So keep that equal pressure. This is about movement through your body, keeping that equal weight for your seat, just as would happen in the saddle. Do one more each way. Okay, we're now going to go onto your hands and knees. So if you can park yourself with your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips-ish, doesn't have to be too specific. And we're going to move on to the rotations, combining it with threading the needle if you like to have your exercise names. So we're going to take one hand up, look at your hand, and then come through to thread the needle. Hand back down, the same the other way, hand up, look at your hand, come through to thread the needle. So you are alternating from side to side, trying to take your whole body and arm through as big a range as you possibly can. Do one more each way. Good big movement, really open yourself out. Okie doke, bring your hands towards your knees and then we're going to come up into standing. And once we're up, I'd like you to bring your hands up above your head. Check your feet are back approximately under your hips, then open your hands out into a V shape. And take your hands, V behind you, into the tree if you're outside. And then bring your hands back up in front. Then take your hands behind you once again, so you're stretching down the front of your tummy. And then bring your hands back up. And we're going to do one more. So take your hands behind you, stretch down through your front. And then bring your hands back up into that V. Now bring your hands down, put your hands together, turn your hands over, then push them forwards, stretch out around the back of your shoulders, and then reach up to the ceiling, stretch down your sides, and come back down. And again, push forwards, good big stretch, and reach up, good big stretch. Come back down, we're going to do one more just like that, so push forwards, nice big stretch. And reach up, good big stretch. And then bring your arms back down by your side. Check that you've got that nice equal weight through both of your feet, so that your knees are soft, your headlights are to the front, and your shoulders relaxed back and down. And then try to have that feeling that you've grown an extra inch tall. And we're going to leave it there. So I hope your body feels nice and loose and open and mobile, and quite possibly this is a really good one for you to do before you get on the horse. Hope you've enjoyed it, hope you found it useful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.